You're listening to A Maker's Mindset, 30 Lessons from the Lathe. I'm Martin Saban-Smith, and this is Lesson 6, The Space Between Cuts. There's a rhythm to wood turning that turners rarely notice at first. They're too focused on the cuts themselves, where the tool enters the wood, the shavings flying, the shape emerging. What they miss, what takes time to see, is that the cuts are only half the story. I had a student once who turned as if he were trying to win a race against time itself. The tool was banging against the wood, shavings flying, the tool moving quickly, and he was barely pausing for breath. His pieces emerged quickly though. They also emerged poorly. They were lumpy, uneven, with catches and digs that betrayed his haste. So I showed him something slightly different. I brought my gouge to his piece and made a cut. Then stopped. Looked at what I'd just done. Assessed the surface, the wall thickness and the shape development. Then made another cut and stopped again. I repeated this pattern. Cut, observe, cut, observe until the piece was complete. My piece was smooth, even, well proportioned, whereas his looked pitted, marked, faceted and torn. It took the same amount of time, but with vastly different outcomes. The difference wasn't in the cutting, it was in the spaces between the cuts. This is one of those lessons that seems almost too simple to be important. Pausing between cuts. How hard can it be? But like most simple things in life and wood turning, the depth reveals itself slowly. When you pause between cuts, you're not just resting. You're observing, you're reading the piece, understanding how it's responding to your work, seeing where you need to remove more material, where you need to refine, where the shape is developing well and where it needs adjustment. Think about it this way. When you're driving somewhere unfamiliar, you occasionally check your map or your GPS. You don't just point the car in a vague direction and hope for the best. You check, adjust, check again. Turning without pausing to observe is like driving with your eyes closed between junctions. It's extreme and definitely not recommended. Later on, the student said to me that he is working more slowly, but is making progress faster. How does that work? Because, I said, you're not fixing mistakes. You're not removing catches, not correcting lumps, not trying to salvage what your rushing created. You're just making it right the first time. That's the efficiency of the pause. It feels slower. It is slower in the moment, but it's faster overall because you're not creating problems that need fixing in the first place. You're observing, adjusting, and working with what's actually there rather than what you think is there. There's also a safety element here that doesn't get discussed enough. When you pause regularly and step back to observe, you're naturally giving yourself recovery time if something goes wrong. Your tool is out of the cut, your body is slightly more relaxed, your mind is clear rather than tunnel visioned on continuing action. Without regular breaks, even brief ones, fatigue accumulates faster than you realise. Your shoulders tense, creeping up towards your ears without you even noticing. Your grip tightens on the tool handle until your forearm starts to ache. Your breathing shallows and you might even hold your breath during difficult cuts without realising it. Your stance shifts as tired legs compensate, and suddenly your tool presentation angle has changed and you don't know why your cuts feel different. That student's pieces improved dramatically. More than that, he enjoyed the work more. The frantic energy that had characterised his early turning, his sense of fighting the wood, transformed into something calmer. Not passive, but measured. Not slow, but controlled. Cut, pause, observe. Let this become your rhythm. Let it feel natural rather than forced. Let it transform your turning from frantic activity into a measured craft. Thank you for listening. You can find more about my work, my teaching and what I'm currently making at www.msabansmith.com. I'll see you in the next episode.